Back at it for a Monday. Welcome into your new month. The month of March has arrived, and welcome to the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. And the beach bunker lights are on. We're ready to rock and roll and start a brand new month and a brand new week. Coming up on the show today is WestJet leaving Canadians stranded in Mexico. Growing frustration that a lot of folks can't get out of the country. Mexico is on sale big time. Holy cow, a lot of Canadians just don't feel comfortable going down there now. What does that mean? Well, if you had hopes to get to the Dominican Republic, the Bahamas, or Jamaica, prices on those places are going up. At the airport, we talk about this often. The way people dress when you fly, you want to dress for comfort, right? One airport over the weekend caused a huge stir when they posted a new rule that said no more pajamas to be worn at the airport. The internet melted down. They went crazy. Connor Hellebuck returns to Winnipeg tomorrow. The Jets host Chicago. It's going to be the first time that our goalie, who won gold with the American men's hockey team, returns to home ice, and fans are divided. Austin Matthews returned to Toronto over the weekend, and they announced his gold medal win, and we'll show you the reaction. It's definitely mixed. I hope it's going to be better in Winnipeg. Canadian legend Jim Carrey, the comedy legend, apparently receiving an award in France, but the internet getting a lot of attention because conspiracy theorists are saying that wasn't really Jim Carrey. What has happened to Jim Carrey? Is Jim Carrey even still alive? Is somebody pretending to be Jim Carrey? The internet sleuths are out, and we are seeing, I guess we're investigating to see if that's the real Jim Carrey. Are you following this at all? I mean, the guy is just, he's not in the public spotlight, and these guys get plastic surgery. They change their looks. And how about this? A Major League Baseball team is going to do all-you-can-eat concession food with the cost of a ticket. How cool is it? Can you imagine going to your favorite sporting event, and not only do you pay for the ticket to the game, but when you do that, you get all-you-can-eat peanuts and popcorn and hot dogs and soda, not booze. Of course, it wouldn't be like a super all-inclusive, but that's pretty cool. Could this be the way sports marketing will go in light of high food prices to get people out to the games? We'll tell you what sports team is doing that and what you get with all those goodies. But first, let's take a look outside at a lot of the highway cameras. Oh, they're not working this morning. We were batting 100% participation last week. Thankfully, there is not much to worry about as far as the road conditions are concerned. We do have some slippery sections being reported on the Trans-Canada Highway west of Virden this morning. Just some slippery sections, but other than that, we've got normal seasonal driving conditions. Our roll-up-the-rim cups are covering up the out-of-order signs that should be on those particular cameras. So you can see things are looking pretty good out there this morning, and our forecast is looking delightful. Not remarkable, not stupendous. It's nice. It's okay. It's passable, I guess. The forecast is calling for a little bit of snow this week. Temperature-wise, we're going to do okay. Going to be pretty much normal for this time of year, which is now -4, and a little bit better than normal today. Sun and cloud and -2, -4 for tomorrow, and single digits getting us into the first weekend of March. However, there's a +4 set for Saturday. That's going to be pretty awesome. And so here we go into the new month. Welcome to March. March is here. We're into a new month together, and year 4 of this little experiment. Still an experiment. At what point do we say that we've arrived on the Tyler Glen Show? I don't know. I never take anything for granted. Once again, I want to say thank you to all those who took time to post their well wishes on Facebook. That was really nice. A lot of people had so many nice things to say. Oh boy, the older I get, the luckier I feel I am, man. It's very, very lucky. I can't believe, and shocked at the speed of which 3 years can kind of evaporate on you. Like, it just seems like yesterday we started the show. Things got very busy very quickly, and that's it. I lost all track of time. That first year was like a blur, and then it's just like these weeks falling. There's never really a shortage of things to talk about. I try to keep it as positive as I can in light of, all kinds of weird and wacky things happen. And it seems like doom scrolling has really become all of our pastime. So that is not what this show is about. If something is breaking news or something happens that's going to affect us directly, we touch on it and then we move on, and we try to move on to more fun things where possible. Because we need that, right? For our mental health. These are some nasty times. Nasty times. Anyway, thank you for being here, and again, thank you for your wishes yesterday. It was really awesome to see, and thank you again to our sponsors, because without them, we can't do the show. As long as we have area businesses willing to support this crazy show, this crazy little bit of fun in the morning, and I appreciate each and every one of them, and we mention them frequently on the show, and we love you guys too. Pebbles and Polar Bear on Twitch this morning, along with John Fitzgerald and Justin over on TikTok this morning. Good morning, Justin. And Jerry is back on TikTok. Hi, Jerry. Hope you had a nice weekend. Road Reverend is here too over on Twitch. Hope you had a great 3rd anniversary yesterday. Thanks, Pebbles. Happy Monday morning, Zumba Breeze, to you. Pebbles reminiscing about how she heard that this show was getting started after my time in radio was done. That seems like so long ago now. I think that was 2020. When was the pandemic over? Yeah, after COVID ended, it's like we just shook up the world. Everybody ended up in different jobs, in different spots, musical chairs. Where did everybody go? Oh, you're very kind. You're so kind. Thank you for being here. That's so very nice. Tracy is here this morning. Tracy Roger. And I appreciate your encouragement. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. Thank you. Janine is over on Facebook this morning. Good morning, Janine. It's nice to see you. Boy, you're embarrassing me, Pebbles. I'm so humbled. My face is turning red. I'm blushing. Jerry is here. Arnold is here. We've got Larry here, too, and Ivan is joining us on TikTok. Good morning, Ivan. And Janine over on Facebook. Have a great week, everyone. Here's to March. Here comes the brand new month. Yes, Quentin is here on Twitch as well, along with Cindy. Good morning from Regina. Hello, Cindy in Saskatchewan. Richard's over on Facebook. Good morning to you, Richard. Good to see you. Loretta's over on Facebook. We've got Ian over on TikTok. We've got Jose, Sam, and Kia. And Joey is over on TikTok as well. Good morning. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you had a fun weekend. Weather-wise, it was pretty decent, I guess. You know, it was pretty okay. Hope you had fun, whatever it was that you did, and got away from the news of the world. Nick says, good day. Wow, 3 years in a day. Where is the time gone? Feels like only yesterday we were starting the show. Getting everybody together. It doesn't it? It's, well, thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it. I'm so grateful, and I'm so lucky, and I'm so old. I'm grateful, lucky, and I'm old. Oh, boy. How does these computers work? How do I turn this on? I've learned to do my own tech support. You turn it on and turn it off and turn it on. This has been Grandpa Ty's tech support lesson. Derek is here on Twitch. Good morning, Derek, and Ange is over on Facebook. Good morning, Sun Seekers. Here we go. It's another Monday. I think someone came forward on X and showed himself being built as Jim Carrey to play the part. Now, I had read that someone allegedly did that. I have yet to see the actual video of him dressed as Jim Carrey. However, somebody on X had said that he had done that, but dressed as somebody else, and showed how incredible makeup is. And we've all seen that, right, where people can put those latex masks on and a whole bunch of makeup. But I think it's Jim. My opinion, before we even get into the whole Jim Carrey conspiracy, it's Jim. Listen, guys, we're getting older. We're changing. Our bodies are changing. Generation X is getting to that point where things are starting to fall apart and shift and change, and we are not happy with it. We thought it was just the boomers that were going to go through that, and no, everybody goes through it as we age, and things are changing, shifting, and it doesn't even look like the person anymore. Michelle's here on Facebook. Hi, Michelle. Happy Monday. Good morning, Molly. Hello, Molly. Good morning, Donald and Lexi over on TikTok. Nick says it's fitting that the roll-up cups are covering up the out-of-order sign because the highway cameras are essentially saying, please try again. Isn't that true? We had them all working last week. It was like the first time this season, and it was timely because we had some wild weather move through. They were all working at one time. It's a rarity, but that's how it goes with government-run stuff. That's just how sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We just do the best we can. Karen Prince, good morning on Facebook. Good morning. Nick loves that city name, Regina, where Cindy is. Regina, the city that rhymes with fun. Yes. Bradley Moorhead on Facebook. Good morning, Bradley. Good to see you. Tony's over on TikTok along with Barry. Good morning, Tony and Barry and Mandy. Good morning, Mandy, on TikTok. Nice to see you. Patricia Ann is here too. Good morning. Happy Monday. Glenda says good morning. So ready for spring. Oh, and you know what? Time change. It's time to go into time change training. Are you ready? All right. So how do you do this? Well, every time you look outside and then you look at the clock and you look outside and you look at the clock, you remind yourself that we are going to be pushing forward, okay? We're going to be springing forward this weekend. So right now, okay, I'm looking outside. I'm looking at the clock. It's 7:15. This will be 8:15 this weekend. And it's especially important around the dinner hour. You know, when you're looking outside and going, hey, there's a glow out there. This is really kind of nice. There's a little bit more light. And it's 6:30. Hey, that's going to be 7:30 this weekend. It happens Saturday when you go to bed. So this is it. We're going to get through this weekend. It's going to feel so much more like spring. And we're going to have melting. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. We are grateful for you also, sis Cindy. Thank you, Cindy. That means so much. Thank you. Thanks for being here, guys. Thank you, Glenda. Oh, Trevor Webster is here this morning. Good morning, Trevor Webster, who is still somewhere hot, and I think he's got us some stuff from yesterday's good thing. I can't wait to get to it. McTalk on TikTok. McTalk. Did you see the CEO of McDonald's over the weekend trying his new burger? This is what happens when the boss says, you know what, I need to be in the marketing. I think I can sell. I'm the big cheese. And there's no one to tell him, hey, whoa, listen, boss, you probably shouldn't do this. Stay to the corner office. You're good at numbers. You're good at stuff, leading the company. Oh, it did not go well. He got roasted. We got a lot to talk about this morning. We're going to get caught up. This is going to be a great show. Thank you for being here. Here it is, 3 years plus one, starting today. Yesterday's good thing. We're going to get to that coming up in just a second. First, a reminder that if you're looking for a truck, you have hit the jackpot, because right now at Murray GM in Brandon, you can take up to 90 days to pay on all financing offers because it is their 100th birthday celebration. And, of course, they have got a tremendous selection of trucks. 0% financing, 60 months, 2.8% APR, or $5,000 in cash purchase discounts on the 2026 Sierra 1500 Pro Graphite Crew Cab. Happening at Murray GM in Brandon, 1500 Richmond Avenue. Kuiper's Family Bakery, best bakery in Brandon, best bakery in all of Manitoba. They've been doing it for generations, and that's why so many people know and love Kuiper's Family Bakery. Proud to be one of the sponsors of the coldest night of the year. About 70 people took it in, and of course they had some delightful and delectable treats from our friends at Kuiper's when the event was done. Thank you to Curtis and the crew. Always great at the muffins, the tarts, the loaves, and of course sweet treats, garlic toast, cheese breads, pizza buns, you name it. Go see them and find some delectable breads at 1411 First Street, just north of the First and Richmond corner next to Tasties. And our friends at Sunrise Credit Union. If you're finding the financial situation just a little bit stressful these days, they can help you out at Sunrise Credit Union. They can with the consolidation loans they've got. They'll take your car loan, your student loan, your credit cards, roll them all into one little package, affordable and low interest rate. There are 35,000 members right across southwestern Manitoba, making up 19 branch locations. So check that out, sunrisecu.mb.ca. So at this part of the show, yesterday's good thing, what we like to do is we like to take a look back at the weekend, talk about some of the fun stuff that we did over the weekend. And Donna Gerlinger has moved. Donna is a Sunseeker that is now transplanted. She spent her career in the Brandon region, and she's now in Alberta, but she still keeps in touch with us. And I wanted to mention Donna because she had a big party over the weekend. It was her son's 2000th day of sobriety. She's recovering after a cold, and she said she wanted to celebrate Kyle's belated birthday supper, her son's sobriety milestone. The kids were home, and so she decided, might be a good idea to have a few things to eat with the kids home. This is, holy God, this is a meme, Donna. This is a meme. I figured I'd put a few things together to eat. Look at the spread she did. There's the kids. Holy crikeys. Donna. Holy man. And curling playing in the background on the weekend. Jeez, look at the food. Oh, there's a little one in there. I want some of this too. Holy cow. Shrimp and ants on a log and dips and cake and sushi and pizza and chicken fingers. Jeez. Yeah, that's a bit of a spread. That's a good spread going on. That's a football spread. I miss football. Reminds me of football season. Damn. Good job, Donna. That is a good thing. That is huge. Huge amount of food. She makes some pretty incredible charcuterie boards, I'll tell you that. And before the show, this isn't from yesterday. This is from this morning, actually, just before I put the show on. I was getting ready for the show, looking outside. I could see some red there, and this is undoctored. Literally, I did not have time because I just snapped this shot. I leaned out my front window and took this shot. The moon was huge. just before 7 o'clock this morning, and red. There is apparently a blood red moon that will be part of an eclipse tomorrow. Now, we're going to have difficulty seeing it in Western Canada because there might be just too much light at the time. I don't know, but look into the sky tomorrow morning. I believe around 4 or 5 a.m. we could see an eclipse, and that was a huge red moon. It's not like me to take a moon picture, but this is amateur hour. Look how big it is. It is huge. Huge. Now, don't go reading your Bible in the book of Revelations. Just stay clear. It'd be the only day I say to you, please do not, please don't read the book of Revelations. Don't pay any attention. It's all metaphorical. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Everything is going to be okay. Book of Revelations. Yesterday's good thing. What'd you have going on the weekend? Molly says, GT, morning bike ride video in the mailbag. Oh, then Friday night, got to go to my first hard dance show videos. And she's got lots of videos. Everybody's got lots of videos. Lots of good weekend stuff going on. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Oh, my goodness. Oh, jeez. That is a lot of stuff. Hang on a second. Now, I don't want to do the music. I might get in some trouble doing the music-related stuff, so I might have to kind of watch that one. Hang on a second here. Let me pull this up so that we can see what's going on here. Why is this not working? I want to hopefully... Okay, if there's too much music, I might have to... Okay, so you get the gist of it. Okay, so it's thumping. I'll just, because I get dinged. They're really nasty with the... So let me just do subtitles, musical subtitles for Molly. That's really what's going on, right? And everyone's jumping up and down. Jumping up and down, jump up and down, jump, 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 jump up and down. There we go. Psychedelic. The neighbors called. They're hearing. Oh, and here is. Molly's out for a bike ride, and you can. Oh. I love that sound, Molly. They're coming home. They're coming home. It's the geese. Now, I think Molly's in Wisconsin. So they're coming back to Canada. They're going to stop over there. Feed them, Molly. They got a little ways to go. They're coming. I love that sound. So if they're in Wisconsin now, man, they're just a day or two away from Canadians. Well, again, I love that sound. That sound is not fun in the fall. Because it's sad. That means they're headed south. But they're coming home. Our little babies are coming home. Our geese. Cindy helped her sister cater a celebration of life. Lots of sandwiches. They're always so good. Did you cut the crusts off? A little bit of tuna. Cut the crusts Japanese style. Ooh, those come tomorrow. Those Japanese egg salads, March 3rd. That's tomorrow. Ron's over next. Good morning, Ron. Zumba Bernice says, congrats on year 4. Always looking forward to waking up with you. Thank you, Zumba Bernice. We always look forward to your worldly travels. Food, fun places, and mayhem. Next GT, 12th night rehearsal. Kind of working on the final scene. It's a show slowly. This show is slowly but surely taking shape. And to those that are going to see it in late April, you will not be disappointed. Nick Adams will be one of the stars of the show. Can't wait. Pebbles had a busy weekend. They were swimming. They were at the gym. Then they did a family walk. They were all over the place doing all kinds of fun stuff over the weekend. Well, that's great. Oh, and of course, just a whack load of pictures. So, again, this is some of the fun stuff on Tasha's weekend here. Oh, she wanted to, that's the time that we got to to meet over at Tim Hortons for the first anniversary show. Oh, that was so fun. Rolling up the rim, eating some big omelet there on Sunday. I had some more omelet and toast, and outside walking and enjoying the nature, enjoying the last little bit of the winter season and more deers. Oh, deers, more deers. Quentin says, Kelsey took me to the theater to see Psycho Killer on Sunday morning. Although it was cool to see myself in a couple of scenes, I can see how it recorded 0 on Rotten Tomatoes. Well, let us know when it's going to be streaming. I really want to see that. I love local movies. You know, it's I'm always looking for the local landmarks and seeing if some of the actors are recognizable, and so do let us know. You've been great at letting us know about when the Nobody series has been out, and that, of course, filmed here in Manitoba too. We're getting a lot of movies filmed here, and I like to see. I like to see when they come out. Tracy, where'd you go? Where did you go for steak dinner? What a celebration that is. Richards GT went to Tim Hortons, won more coffees, more donuts. Good for you, pal. That is awesome. Super Bernice's GT was out afternoon skiing. That's awesome. That is fantastic. At the Carberry Casino, wow, that looks pretty good. That is not a bad steak at all. That looks okay. Oh, nicely done, Tracy Roger. Oh, I want to stay. I remember steak. Back in the 90s when you didn't have to sell a kidney to get a steak. It was great. Yeah, casino steaks are awesome. I love my tomahawk at the Skydancer. Oh, it's a juicy and I haven't had one in a while, though. I'm going to have to change that. I think I'm going to have to change that. Yesterday's good thing. Here's more on the blood moon for tomorrow. Again, stay away from the book of Revelations. Tomorrow, peak totality by time zone, central time zone, between 5 and 6 a.m. just before sunrise. I think that's why experts are saying that we may not see it. There might be just too much sun kind of blocking out the view. But as we get ready for the show tomorrow, I'll have a look outside. Hopefully it won't be cloudy. But blood moon. And it is an eclipse, I guess. The moon will slip completely into the Earth's shadow and glow in deep crimson red during peak totality. It's rare. It's powerful. It'll be visible across most of North America. From the west coast before dawn to the east coast near sunrise, skywatchers will have a chance to witness this breathtaking celestial event tomorrow. And the moon was very, very red before starting the show. It's getting ready. It's getting ready for its big coming out party. And Laura and Shane are at some place. I think I recognize this place. I think. Hey, sun seekers, enjoying Disney, enjoying the. Oh, there's Snow White. Say hi to Snow White for me. Oh, it's the most magical place. Lots of room there. Doesn't look too busy. Oh, they're enjoying Disney. Oh, have fun at Disney, guys. Look at this. Is that the Wicked Witch? The Wicked, there's Grumpy. And all the great characters of Disney. Well, you guys enjoy yourselves. That looks like a good thing. Go for the pickles. Main Street USA. And ask for their pickles. It's ridiculous. And they cost a ton. They're like $4 or $5 for one cucumber. U.S. money. That's like $7. But they taste so good. They're incredible. Just incredible. Anyway, thank you for your good things. Thank you so much. And I do appreciate it. Again, keep in mind, tomorrow we'll do it again. We'll start the day with some positivity. Yesterday's good thing. It could be big, could be small, does not matter. We want to hear it all. We want to be part of what's going on. That is awesome, because we need the positivity, guys. It's a struggle midweek, I'll tell you. Okay, where are we going? To the beach. We're going to take a quick beach break, and we will get right into today's mayhem. We're going to go to Playa del Carmen today. Oh, lots of sun seekers love visiting Playa del Carmen. Oh, Mexico is on sale right now, and if you're hoping to get to the DR, Jamaica, or the Bahamas, get some bad news. Price rise is going up. Details coming up.
It's Monday, let's make this week great. 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 Let's go together. It's Monday, let's make this week great. 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 Let's go together. It's Monday, let's make this week great. 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 Let's go together.
Whoa, she's windy. She's windy on the East Coast. Oy, oy, oy. Especially where the camera's sitting here. It makes it look windier than it is. Although there are people outside eating breakfast, I can see them at the cafe just to the left here. This is Playa del Carmen, Mexico. This Playa del Carmen. Jeez, it's windy. Big waves. It's going to blow that camera out. Ooh, Playa del Breezy. Playa del Breezy. Good day to fly a kite, perhaps. Let's get closer to southwestern Manitoba, where we're seeing some sun come up now, and we've got normal seasonal driving conditions and a pretty nice week of weather. -2 for the high today with a mix of sun and cloud, and very much March-like. Pretty much normal for this time of year, with the exception being closer to the weekend. We're going to see some sunshine and a weekend warm-up, which is going to be nice. +4 by the time Saturday rolls around. Before we go on, though, I got to share some pictures from Trevor. Trevor burnt his feet. Uh-oh. No. This can happen. Okay, why does this picture smell weird? He's got finely manicured toenails. Not like mine. They're big and yellow, and they're all crusty and huge and ugly, and I'm joking. But look at it. He's got his burnt feet. Burning the top of your feet. That is a rookie mistake. And you're not a rookie. Why would you do something like that? Oh, and he had to say, hey, Tyler, would you care for a beverage? I would. I would like shelf number 3 and shelf 1. Leave the little ones behind. Oh, now that's the good stuff right there. Look at that. Oaxaca special. All right. If somebody was looking for a gift for that special someone, that would be a nice one right there. I think he sent some new videos too. In Mexico, enjoying Mexico. There is a shot of Trev's spot, his little spot in paradise, and of course the proverbial foot shot, feet covered a little bit better here, and more from Huatulco. Beautiful wave sounds. This is a nice, relaxing way to start a Monday, right? Oh, those waves tickling your feet. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Nice and relaxing. Can smell the ocean. Where's that Trev's feet? Just beautiful. Just beautiful. But for folks who are in Puerto Vallarta, a bit of a different situation. I'm not talking about the people who have just landed. I'm talking about the people who are still trying to get out of there. Now, it's been over a week, or has it been a year, since the violence erupted in Puerto Vallarta, but WestJet is having some problems, some challenges getting Canadians out of the country, apparently. What is going on with WestJet?
It's been days since violence erupted in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, and still many passengers say they are trapped, unable to return home. Like Kamloops resident Jonathan McIntyre. He and his partner have been waiting to fly back home since February 23rd.
It was dead silence. We had no clue when we were going to be heading home.
Jonathan is a WestJet Vacations customer and says he's been told the earliest flight out is March 1st. He says even when he reminded the WestJet Vacations agent about the federal air
a week passed when he was supposed to come home
and the airline's obligation to customers, he wasn't getting anywhere.
Do you understand that Section 18 states that the original carrier is required to pay out of pocket?
As mentioned, you can book that flight and pay out of pocket and file a claim. There is no alternative option.
It was a similar response when Jonathan phoned WestJet Airlines.
We are not able to assist with WestJet vacation bookings.
Frustrated, Jonathan booked a WestJet flight on his own to Vancouver for February 26, paying out of pocket just over $2,200 for 2 tickets.
It's completely bonkers.
He's not alone. WestJet Vacations customer Lillian Alexis says she's been told the earliest WestJet flight back to BC is March 3rd.
We've been ghosted. Like, we just don't hear anything from them.
Air passenger rights advocate Gabor Lukács says WestJet is not following the law.
WestJet is flouting the law. The law requires WestJet to rebook passengers on competitor airlines at its own dime in such situations.
In a statement, the Canadian Transportation Agency told Consumer Matters in part, for large airlines and for situations outside their control, if airlines cannot book passengers on a flight leaving within 48 hours, they must rebook them on any flight by any airline, including at another airport if there is an option nearby. WestJet told Consumer Matters as of Thursday it has scheduled 12 additional flights to Puerto Vallarta to help guests return to Canada, stating in part, air-only guests can use our online managed trips tool and our call center to confirm new flights or refunds if they prefer.
Well, and you know why that is happening. It's because it's expensive. If WestJet has to book a flight for you out of Puerto Vallarta to get you to hop here, there, and everywhere, it's going to cost them a fortune, especially considering how many Canadians were in Mexico when this went down. So apparently they're going to bulk up on the flights to get people out of there, but there is growing concern that some folks are just not getting home from Puerto Vallarta. This is wild. And, complaining, launching a complaint with the Canadian airline transport, the group that they were talking about, they're dealing with, what are they? They got a waiting list of 80,000 complaints right now. It's not worth it. I think that guy did the best thing he could. He booked on another airline, paid an exorbitant amount of cash to get to Vancouver, and now he's probably going to have to take WestJet to court to get that money back. I hope he gets it back, because that is unfortunate. Also, those who had plans to maybe go to the Dominican Republic or the Bahamas or Jamaica may also be disappointed, because those trips are skyrocketing in price because people are scared to go to Mexico. However, if you wanted to go to Mexico, oh boy, shop around, because there's deals. Canadians are scared to go now.
Canceled out Cuba. A lot of people rebooked to Mexico or Dominican. Most of them was Mexico because it was like the best price point in terms of that. And then so now all those people that have canceled Cuba are now looking to possibly cancel Mexico.
As Canadians seek relief from the cold and snow of a long winter, the list of destinations holding travelers' confidence is also quickly dwindling. This after a fuel crisis in Cuba effectively shut down almost all air travel to the country, followed by dramatic scenes of cartel violence in Mexico last week, mostly impacting the area around Puerto Vallarta and Guadalajara. Travel agents now noticing a sharp shift in travelers' demand away from almost all Mexican destinations.
The main issues were focused in Puerto Vallarta, and even like our travelers who regularly go to Cancun and Riviera Maya, which is like 2,500 kilometers away, are now like rethinking them and looking at booking other packages.
Nova Parker is with Total Advantage Travel and Tours in Toronto. She says for the past year, the industry had adapted to fewer Canadians going to the U.S. And now in the past few weeks, the list of budget-friendly destinations is shrinking again and fast.
We knew this was going to happen. Cuba is all but shut down. They are literally days away from collapsing as a country. And thankfully, we got all the Canadians out of there. So it's, everybody go to Mexico. Because, we weren't supposed to go to the U.S. for someplace warm. So Mexico it is. Then the violence happened. And as was stated here, Puerto Vallarta is on the West Coast. But people are canceling everything. Cancun, the Mayan, further up, the Los Cabos, anything to Mexico, people are canceling. And that could mean deals for you. But if you had hoped to go to the Dominican Republic, the Bahamas, Jamaica, those prices are now skyrocketing.
Everybody's going to Dominican and Jamaica, so it is like very overwhelmed. It's like hard to find availability.
And the price point reflects it.
Last minute prices are really high. Availability is low across the board, so trying to find something comparable is really hard.
Would-be travelers like Eduardo Vargas saying he's feeling it as he was planning a trip to Puerto Vallarta with friends coming from all over.
Like a couple of friends from Vancouver, others from Colombia. It was just going to be like a getaway.
He says in the past he's booked travel to Cuba too, telling us his group is now also looking at Guatemala, with Mexico still on the table as long as the situation continues to improve. Adding he's been a sun seeker since moving to Canada in 2016 from Honduras.
My body just requires a certain amount of daylight and sunlight.
As for whether travelers like Eduardo are also flocking to the cruise lines, the answer appears to be yes.
So we're definitely keeping up. It's a bit crazy, and sometimes we're working till midnight.
The owner of Vacations for Canadians, specializing in cruises, says her team is getting the influx of calls from families having a hard time booking resorts, amplifying a trend of younger travelers headed for the ships.
Those travelers tend to be younger that are going to the all-inclusives, and now they're switching into cruising. So we're definitely finding younger cruisers coming out.
Meanwhile, the CEO of the Travel Industry Council of Ontario tells us this latest hurdle to tourism is something the industry is prepared to weather.
First, there was the pandemic, and then we've got natural disasters like hurricanes and floods and volcanoes.
Good Lord.
You name it. So the industry, I can speak for Ontario, has been through it all.
Yeah, and really, with the pandemic, it doesn't get any worse. When they shut the travel down, it doesn't get much worse than that. But at the end of the day, people want to get out of the cold. And to get out of the cold, it's going to cost you more money. Price is going to go, unless you're willing to go to Mexico, and it appears not a lot of Canadians are. I was scared this might happen. Again, there really is not much to worry about, but as people continue to see what's happening around the world, I think people generally are feeling uneasy, feeling a little uneasy about travel these days, and I can't say that I blame them. We have someone from our area who is in Dubai right now. I have a classmate I went to high school with. He went into the military. I went into broadcasting. He has since retired, and he is doing work in Dubai. And so he is in the country and was keeping in touch with me over the weekend about the missiles coming into that area, and some scary moments for folks that are obviously in that part of the world. But Darlene was actually stopping in Dubai on her way to the Maldives, and she landed in Dubai just as all hell was breaking loose on the weekend. So she says, okay, I'm at the airport and ready to catch my connection to the Maldives, and you look up at the board and it's like, oh, wait a second. What's happening right now? And what a helpless feeling. You're landing in this airport and it's like, there's a major war and conflict that has broken out in the area. So the airspace is canceled. All flights are canceled. That is not a sign that you want to see at the airport. Canceled, canceled, canceled. And followed by this one. All flights are suspended until further notice. So if you thought that it was interesting to be looking for answers from WestJet, imagine that you're in the Middle East right now, trying to get out of there. Now, as was with Mexico, the Canadian government has asked everybody in that area to register again with the Canadian government. The consulate is also working with other countries to make sure that they can get Canadians out of the area should it become even more dangerous than it currently is. That is the best thing you can do, is register with the Canadian government about with your travel if you are in that area, you know folks that are in that area. Super Bernice says, "Holy glad I made it home." Well, and the news is stark. I mean, in that part of the world, things are not good. She gets to her hotel. She says, "So I turned the hotel TV on, and the hotel had turned the signal off. They're only allowing us to watch like Netflix, Prime, Disney Plus in the Dubai hotel because they don't want anybody putting the news channels on." Can you imagine? We were watching it from this part of the world. Can you imagine being there in that part of the world as missiles are being fired overhead? That would not be a fun vacation at all. So we continue to keep in touch with Darlene. She goes by the handle Dars Annabelle Rose. She is from Brandon, and she is enjoying breakfast this morning. She is enjoying this just literally taken minutes ago. There she is. She is alive and well, enjoying a beautiful breakfast and a beautiful view. Look at that. Everything is okay. This was just 1 hour ago in Dubai. But she says, "I have sad news. It appears that I am stuck here until at least March the 4th. Until it looks like it's not a bad place to be stuck." Beautiful Dubai. Oh, my gosh. All right, Darlene, be safe. Be safe. It is craziness going on. Craziness. But on the lighter side, the debate over the pajamas at the airport has reared its ugly head again. Thanks to Tampa Bay Airport over the weekend. They put a post online that said people are not allowed to wear pajamas to the airport anymore, and it sent the internet into a tizzy. Of course I got to wear my jammies. Jammies? Jammies are the dress code of Walmart, the airport. That's how we roll now. We'll get to that after a quick note from Leon's. The comfort sale continues at 3635 Victoria Avenue in Brandon. You can get up to 50% off select clearance mattresses, bedroom blowout up to 50% off select beds and select sofas too. And don't forget, you can take up to 3 years to pay with 0% interest plus free local delivery on purchases of $7.99 or more. You'll find them in Brandon's West End at 3635 Victoria Avenue. Crazy Hot Tub and Billiards, Jacuzzi Hot Tubs of Manitoba at 2500 Park Avenue will be moving into the Keystone Center because the Brandon Home and Leisure Show is coming up this weekend. And if you go to one booth, if you go to one place to visit some friends of mine at the Home and Leisure Show, you want to go see Creasy Hot Tub and Billiards and Jacuzzi Hot Tubs of Manitoba. All kinds of models on display and on sale. Incredible payment plans. Hot tub starting at $7,500. Incredible financing that is unparalleled to any hot tub retailer in Manitoba. You'll have to stop by and get more information at the Brandon Home and Leisure Show this weekend at Keystone Center. And, of course, you can always find them at 2500 Park Avenue in Brandon. And Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC Certified Service Express. From a check engine light to a quick oil change. See our friends at Murray GM in Brandon at 1500 Richmond Avenue, where they've got the 100th anniversary $100 oil change special happening for a limited time. Happy birthday, Murray's. Murray GM in Brandon at 1500 Richmond Avenue. The great airport pajama debate.
While some use the airport as a fashion runway, I'm just a boy trying to bring style back to travel.
For many others, comfort is king when it comes to flying.
I'm wearing my sweatpants. Thank you very much.
And now that wide range in travel wear, from sweatsuits to business suits, even pajama pants, is at the center of a reignited debate. Should there be rules around what people are allowed to wear to the airport?
I mean, I think it should just be appropriate. I don't want to see somebody half naked walking around.
The wardrobe dispute taking flight online after this now viral post from one of Florida's major airports, writing, "We've seen enough. It's time to ban pajamas at Tampa International Airport. The madness stops today. The movement starts now." While TPA tells us it was just a joke and another nod to day of travel fashion debates, last November, the U.S. Department of Transportation actually launched a civility campaign calling for the return to a golden age of travel. The transportation secretary asking travelers to leave their PJs and slippers at home.
I would encourage people to maybe dress a little better.
No PJs for this pup.
And he's wearing his cashmere turtleneck sweater.
Or for retired airline employee Marcy Smith, who always wears her Sunday best.
When I began, there were rules that required you to be groomed and look nice every day, or you were sent home.
But the change in what passengers wear on planes aligns with a shift in fashion, with many people dressing more casually. For those seeking comfort, etiquette experts suggest trying to strike a balance.
Oh, come on. Just put some nice clothes on. Look at this guy. He's got his tie on. He's an etiquette expert. I think shorts and sandals for everybody. You know, if we just all could embrace shorts and sandals, I think it would make everybody happy. Shorts and sandals are comfy. Come on. Molly says, leave people alone. Put some clothes on. For God, have some respect. There are other things to worry about. No, it's fun to fight about clothes. Hey, you're not 10. You're not 8 years old. Put your pajamas away. Good morning, Linda. Tracy says, let people be comfy. Be comfy. Shorts and sandals, there's nothing more comfortable than shorts and sandals. We're not in the 1920s. Bring back the 1920s. When men wore a 3-piece suit and a top hat on the airplane. I'm wearing my 3-piece suit and a top hat. Now, how about this? Let's come to an agreement. If we wear a 3-piece suit, a top hat, and we dress formally, then we get good food on the plane. No more bags of peanuts and pretzels. We want you to break out the lobster and the steak and the fine wine. If we're going to do that, then you have to meet us halfway, airlines. What do you think?
Never been easier to do than the era in which we live, largely because of athleisure and dress casual that stretches but still looks good and stylish.
Jennifer Matthews says she's just trying to get her kids out the door.
And if I had to have rules around what I was wearing, who knows if we would make our flight on time, because it can be a little chaotic traveling with a family.
Tampa International also tells us we encourage our passengers to travel comfortably and appreciate our loyal followers who enjoy the online humor. The airport also joked that they banned Crocs as well. A lot of feelings around Crocs.
Banning PJs at the airport. But a lot of people chimed in and said, hey, why not? They should be doing this. They should be bringing back nice things at the airport. Beautiful sunrise, courtesy of Taj Hill for her walk. There is a look outside this morning as we see the sun come up on your Monday, first full week of March. Good morning, Jody. Good morning, Jody. Molly says, I'm not wearing a suit on a plane. Just wear your prom dress. Just a prom dress will do. Cindy says, so here's my opinion. I feel that PJs are worn in bed, then all day. They kind of smell funky. Non-funky PJs, please. Why do people wear pajamas in the public exactly, says Quentin. Doesn't say comfort. Lots of clothing is comfortable. There's a difference between comfy and sloppy. Why are you looking at me? Why you look? Yes, this is true. But it's amazing. There were a ton of comments, most of which people saying, like Molly, leave them alone. Leave them alone. Let them dress how they want to. It's for comfort, for God's sake. Come on. They paid for their ticket. However, again, I mention this often that my sister works for one of the major airlines, and she has to be, when she's traveling and she gets the perks of the job because she works for one of the airlines. She gets a deal, an employee discount. But as a condition of the employee discount, she has to show up, ready for church, essentially. Like, she's got to have church gear on. And there have been people, some of her coworkers, who have been denied boarding. And you work for the company, you work for the airline, and you get denied boarding because you didn't look up the standards. They want to make sure that when people are on the plane, they're looking good. They're looking good. Zuba Bernice says, I like comfy fitness wear on flights. Linda agrees with Quentin. Now we're split even amongst the Sunseekers. Some say pajamas are fine, some say no. Do people realize that the ones that might be in the PJs could also be on a long-ass layover? Quentin says, would you wear PJs to the keg? I go without pants. I like to walk in and see if they'll seat me. You actually get a table faster if you walk in without pants. Whoa. Sir, can I get a table, like, real fast? Oh, my gosh, sir, you need to put pants on. I need a table. How fast can you get me? Come this way. It gets me a table really fast. It does look nice when you see people who are dressed up. It makes me feel frumpy. Loretta says, who cares? As long as they're clean. I think that we can all agree. Don't be smelly. Don't be smelly. You know what stinks? Some people were apparently booing Austin Matthews. Who the hell is that? He is the captain of the Toronto Maple Leafs. He's American. He was at the White House. He was at the State of the Union. Of course, they won gold. I mention it because tomorrow, Connor Hellebuck will be back in Winnipeg. Now, the Jets will host Chicago, and he'll take to the ice for the first time. I'm hoping Winnipeg is classy. This was somebody at the game. I believe it was Saturday. And here they are introducing Austin Matthews. And he is a star player for that team. Let's see how he was received in Toronto.
Winter Games, Oliver Ekman-Larsson. William Nylander. And gold medalist and the captain of your Toronto Maple Leafs, Austin Matthews.
So what would you call that? I call that moose. I call that moose, like as in it's because it's not really booze. It's kind of celebration, so maybe moose. I don't know. Come on, you guys. Really? Just cheer, but no, people can't help themselves. They've got to boo. Hey, blessed mama. Now, thankfully, it wasn't all booze, unless you heard differently. I think it was a good mix there, but it certainly wasn't overwhelming cheers, especially when they were saying the names of the folks from the other countries that had won medals at the Olympics. But tomorrow will be interesting. I'll be watching, I'll tell you, and I haven't seen a Jets game so far this year, but I will be watching the start of the Jets game tomorrow. I want to see how it's going to be handled, and it better be classy because, and Austin is a star in Toronto, except now because of the gold. And I'm reading sports writers are saying, like, some American players are just not going to play in Canada. You know what's going to happen to our Canadian teams? They're going to struggle. It'd be nice to have some talented hockey players on your team, and sometimes they come from the States. That's just a reality of the league. But they're just going to say, I'm not going to play up there. I don't need to be going in. And Hellebuck, the Winnipeg Free Press, some of the newspapers and media outlets in Winnipeg have been very hard on Connor Hellebuck. It's going to be a very interesting day tomorrow. Real classy, booing him because he acted well. Hockey fans are babies, says Quentin. Pebbles, her evaluation is half and half. Half boos, half cheers. I don't think anyone should boo. I hope I hope Winnipeg surprises everybody and is super classy tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see. Jury is out. Let's be positive, and we'll wait to see what happens. We're also waiting to see what the hell happened to Jim Carrey. Was this just age? Has he had a lot of plastic surgery? Has Jim Carrey been kidnapped by UFOs and he's living somewhere else on some other planet? And in his place is some kind of alien life form, because he was in Paris and the internet went crazy saying this is not Jim Carrey. There are some amazing little things you can notice about his face that he once had that are no longer there. Well, that's what you call plastic surgery, boys and girls. But no, it's a totally different person. Also, back to sports, but food related. Some Major League Baseball sports teams, the Major League Baseball is in spring training right now. Some teams are getting ready for the year by saying, we're going to sell tickets to the ballpark. You not only get seats to the game, but all you can eat snacks. What? A buffet at the concession? Okay, let's go check out some sports. Where is this happening? And the McDonald's CEO tries to market the food. It does not go well on the weekend. It does not go well at all. Thanks, guys, for the first hour of the show. We're moving over to Twitch, okay? So thank you, Facebook. Thank you, YouTube and X and the other channels. We're moving over to Twitch. You can lurk in at TylerGlenShow.com. Of course, you can download the audio version, 1 o'clock Central, anywhere you get your podcast from. And at TylerGlenShow.com as well. So thank you so much. You guys have a great day. Take care. YouTube, TikTok, X, thank you. We're shutting her down.